Hello, welcome to Evolution's Summer 2016 update for Academy Trusts, detailing some of the current issues facing academies. Firstly, it doesn't seem like 5 minutes since we did last year's accounts, but the year end's fast approaching and now is the time to be thinking about planning for your year-end audit. This is the first year for existing Academy Trusts where we are applying the new accounting standards FRS 102 and the Charities 2015 SOAP. The EFA has issued a helpful guide for Academy Trusts, so I think it's important, if you haven't considered it already, to have a look at the details laid out in that and to work with your auditors and accountants to identify any issues and how you might address them, because it might mean looking back at your 2014 and 2015 accounts and making a few changes. There are also some additional disclosure requirements and changes to the trustees report and some changes in the way that things are accounted for, such as intangible assets, holiday pay accruals and the recognition of certain types of grants. So it's important that you have a full understanding. It's important that an Academy Trust gets its internal accounting and budgeting processes right. It's important that you pick the right software that fits the needs of the Academy Trust and is future-proof for future developments. It's important that you have the right budgeting software or budgeting models in place. It's important that you produce reports that are useful for governors, trustees and leaders. The Academy's financial handbook says that trustees must consider finance at least 3 times a year. So it's important that the information in terms of the reports and the information that they need is delivered by the accounting software in an understandable format that allows them to fulfil their responsibilities and take strategic decisions as part of being an Academy Trust. VAT and tax are considerations as an academy, and we've not got the time now to go into those in much detail, but it's important that you work with your external advisors to identify any issues and to ensure that you're maximising your position. It's an opportunity to generate additional income sources, or perhaps to look at your costs and ensuring that you're getting value for money, freeing up resources or creating new resources to invest in the school and help you achieve your outcomes. Internal monitoring is another part of the EFA's financial requirements. External reporting and compliance, probably very different in an Academy Trust to what you might be used to as a maintained or local authority school. An Academy Trust has to prepare a set of accounts every year to the 31st of August. These must be audited by a registered auditor and be submitted to the EFA by the 31st of December. Academy Trust must also prepare an annual accounts return spreadsheet based on the annual accounts, and that's got to be with the EFA by the 31st of January. It's likely that you'll need help from your advisors and from your auditors to prepare both documents, as well as having them audited by them. Academy Trusts have to prepare an annual budget. This must be submitted to the EFA by the 31st of July after it's been approved by your trustees. It's important that Academy Trusts have a robust system of internal controls and processes as part of this. The EFA also lay down rules and regulations which mean that Academy Trusts have to get some form of internal scrutiny of those controls and processes on a regular basis. They don't set out exactly what this process needs to look like, but they do give a number of options, which includes having an internal audit process, having a trustee review controls and processes, or getting your external auditor to do some additional testing. All of these options are equally viable, and it's up to each Academy Trust to determine which option works best for them. With all of these and other considerations in mind, it's important that Academy Trusts pick the right advisors to work with, whether that be bankers, lawyers, or indeed accountants. It's a good idea to speak to other Academy Trusts to see who they use, and if they're happy with their advisors. It is important also to go through a formal tendering process to make sure you're getting the right value and the right advisors, because different accountancy firms, different auditors will work in different ways. So it's important that you're getting the best value. The cheapest doesn't always necessarily mean getting the best value, so it's important that you take that into consideration. We at Evolution, we'd be delighted to meet any of you to discuss your requirements. We work with around 40 Academy Trusts, and we've been working with academies for around about 6 years, so we know what's required when we're a safe pair of hands, so we'd very much like to speak to you. Our contact details are on the website, so if you'd like to get in touch, please do so, and I'll be more than happy to come out and see you for a no obligation meeting. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.